Yo, what we doing? Who we pursuing? Who we influencing, man? Talking about this Shannon Sharpe stuff. This nigga in some deep shit. This nigga in some deep doodle. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this shit though. Let's get into it.
Well, I don't want to be choked. But you did. Choke me, daddy. Put a dog collar around my neck. Choke me while you're me. First of all, Shannon Sharpe, I kind of compared him in the last episode to OJ, only in so much as you have a very successful football player turned into a very high-profile social personality, having, a thing on ESPN, having his own podcast. The guy was worth a lot of money, and he is, highly visible. And at first blush, he seems like this, charismatic, attractive, fit, and educated guy, which he is all those things. But when you air your dirty laundry, when, the woman that you're dating comes out and says all this nasty shit about you, and who can withstand scrutiny? What if you would like to just, in the privacy of your own boudoir, you'd like to finger your ass, turn around and beat off on it? Maybe that's your thing. But do you need everybody to know about that? Honestly. So we're learning all this shit about Shannon Sharpe that we probably didn't want to know.
Well, I don't get that. I don't get why. It seemed like these football niggas ain't got no game. I don't know what it is. Bro. I think it's too many hits in the head or what, or because a lot of football niggas be beating these girls up. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect no nigga putting their hands on a woman. I'm gonna be honest about that. You know why? Because if you can't de-escalate a situation without putting your hands, you tripping. You tripping. And when, that you just doing that because you ain't got no control of the situation, so I'm gonna use my hands. That's what they learned. They was taught that. Oh, you see a nigga in front of you? Oh shit, you trying to take the play over? Grab the first nigga in front of you. Push that nigga, or whatever, they swim that nigga. I don't know what they do, but that's what it is. But another thing is, I don't even think it's really a football thing. It's an old nigga thing. It's an old nigga thing, and the old niggas need to quit. Y'all gotta quit with this shit. Y'all know if a girl like you or not. That, you know what I'm saying? And then if you got a girl who, she might not like you, but she like your money, then you just need to make this shit transparent as hell. This nigga probably, this is what I'm just assuming. I'm assuming he texting freaky with her. He probably taking her on dates. You doing all the wrong, texting her, calling her and shit, trying to be all romantic, and knowing she don't like you, and that's why she pulled this shit off. Ain't no girl doing this to no nigga that she like. That's real.
But here we go. Tony Busby, as you remember, is the knuckle-dragging, scum-sucking lawyer who just will drag anything through a parking lot. He's the one that took a muck rake and, went through the gutter and got a bunch of clients on Diddy. Remember that? And so and he now, supposedly, he represents this Gabrielle Zaninga or whatever her name is. They've released some text messages. She wants him to put a dog collar around my neck, tie me up, and do bad things to me. Now, people say things in role play, right? And she's in OnlyFans, and she knows everything about role play.
He fucked up. Not only did he go get him a white girl. First, I don't even want to tell y'all my story about my little interactions I had with white girls. But this nigga done went and got the whitest of white women. Whenever you see a white woman with A-cup titties, you run. I said this in a past video. I said you always in the wrong when it comes to you as a black male and a white woman. You always in the wrong. I don't care if she hit you. I don't care if she cut your tires. I don't care if she shot your ass. She could have shot your ass. You in the wrong. Y'all gotta understand. White woman is America. This is America, like for real. I love my white woman, but they know they power though. They got power, bruh. I ain't talking Hillary Clinton, nigga. These girls, do you understand? Yeah, somebody tell me I'm lying. You say you run away from that. He should have made this very consensual. He should have, hey, I'm about to pay you $25, however much that coochie costs, $2,500 or something, and we gonna smash on Thursday night, 2026. It kept documents of it. Put this shit off on taxes, my nigga. That's what he should have did. If I'd have seen her, like, this got to be straight. I don't know if prostitution is legal or not, but in this house it is, because I'm gonna pay you for that. Shit.
So what they're saying is that there was a pattern of sexual role playing, and specifically includes her being choked by him. Okay. And in one of the text messages that were released, this is according to Yahoo News, I guess. In one of the text messages that was released, she says, I want to be abused, Daddy. I want you to tie me up like this and abuse me, Daddy. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and then choke me while you're fucking me. I want some like hardcore BDSM action though too. And according to, let's see, and here's one released by her side. But I cried when you left. I begged you to put a condom on and not put it in my ass, and you didn't listen. I don't care what our history is. No means no, Shannon. What we have are a lot.
Nigga, that script. She pulled script on your ass. You know what? She pulled script on that nigga. What? It sound like her lawyer told her what to send. It sound like her lawyer told her to send that message. It sound like verbatim. He sent it to her via message, and then she copied it and pasted it on your ass. Send this to him. Talking about some no means no shit. Motherfucker, bitch, we in fucking 8th grade. We in 11th, 10th grade? No means no. What the fuck out of here? She talking to you like you in 5th grade and shit. You know she gonna send that message. She can screenshot that shit later. Look, court. Look what I said. These man, smart as hell. They ain't really smart, because I would have picked up on the shit. Why are you saying this through the message? Why you didn't say this right after I put it in your butt? Or why you didn't say it? Pause. I know you sound again. Why you didn't say this during no means no? No, you wait till you get home to send me a message. I mean, that nigga is big. Pause. Whoa! That sounds crazy. Whoa. I mean, like, he a big ass nigga, though. That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, maybe I ain't about to react. You know what I'm saying? But, that's a big dude. And you pull. This shit getting crazy.
A lot of these text messages going back and forth. Then we have this, let's react to this phone conversation. But before we do, let's just talk about what we're talking about here. Remember when I talked, if you have a bad case, like if you abuse a child, you're starting out in a hole. What are we arguing about, Shannon? We're arguing about whether you choked the shit out of somebody on at least 2 occasions and then had sex with them against their will. First of all, why wasn't this reported to police? And if it was, why didn't they charge it out? All they need is probable cause to charge something like this out, which is slightly more true than not true. And to prove her damages, it just has to be slightly more true than not true. But what the fuck is wrong with good old-fashioned romantic sex? I think what happens with these football players sometimes, it's not enough. I've seen that in my line of work where people dip that toe into the water depravity and they get into a certain thing, and that's not enough. Then they go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Remember we did the Vince McMahon thing? What we have is people they have to have either torture or go to another level to get off, because it just isn't. What's wrong with, I look in your eyes, you look in my eyes, we're really excited to be with each other. We love each other. We have this connection with each other. Let's hold hands. Let's fuck like hell and then go have dinner. Or the other way around. What is wrong with that? It has to be choking. And a lot of these chicks, these young chicks are into choke me daddy. What the fuck? Stop. No, I don't want to choke you. That's just not right. The dynamic here is he's like 30 years older than she is. There's a generational divide. You're going to have a 50-year-old guy hanging out with people in their early 20s. The only reason he's with her, and not even with her, I don't know that they ever lived together. It's just a fucker. That's it. But let's listen in.
Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
That sounds like a whiny teenager, honestly.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what does that even mean?
Nothing yet. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Well, I don't want to be choked. But you did. Choke me, daddy. Put a dog collar around my neck. Choke me while you're fucking me.
I'm gonna choke out of you when I see you.
Listen to that dynamic. You say that, and sometimes people can use that kind of language, not meaning it, Oh, I could just fucking kill you. I've heard that 100 times in a case.
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit talking freaky right there, a little talking freaky, but it's like drugs. It's like drugs. It's like drugs. That's why they tell you don't do drugs. Of course, you ain't gonna start with the crack. You ain't gonna start with the crack. You gonna start off with the weed. Then you gonna start off with the psycho. What they go? I mean, you might smoke a little nicotine. Then you go to the weed. Then you go to the Robitussin. Then you go to the little, you go to the psychedelics. And then you like, man, I'm good at coke, cocaine, cocaine. You start going more and more and more. They don't start off that way. This is why I think I always tell you not to get addicted to shit. Because once you get addicted to something, and I think that's what they did. These athletes, they fuck. They athletes, their testosterone is high as hell. You lifting these weights, you in shape, you running all day. You got a lot of fucking in you, my nigga. So what happens is they fucking a lot. So the older they get, they get freakier and freakier. I'm trying to do all type of shit. Or even if you just a regular person who just fuck a lot. If you fuck a lot, you're going to want to start adding on to the bedroom. Which y'all start doing all type of shit. You start, you know what I'm saying? That's me. I ain't going to lie. TMI. But I remember, first time I did it, we started off with the mission. And then that second time I did the mission and then now I can't tell you what I do. Because this is YouTube. And I wouldn't even tell you that in the first place. But that's an explanation why.
And people don't mean that. Listen, he does say some other things to her. She says, I don't really want to go out because I don't want to get choked. And he says to her, well, I'll choke you in public then. Big black man chokes a little white girl. I mean, he says that to her. And he says it to her in a kind of a sinister way. And here's my point. Everybody's commenting on this. All the celebrities are commenting on it. His life is you might as well just, Shannon, grab your ankles and socially, expose your ass. Because that's what's happening. You had ESPN. You got your podcast. And now your personal life is splattered, literally splattered all over social media. Look, how do I even know about that shit? I mean, just a little small-time lawyer in fucking Midwestern Minnesota. And I'm talking about it. He tried to keep a lid on this by settling her. And this is just in several reports, like Breakfast Club and TMZ was reported on these, and I don't know if it's true or not, but the allegation is that he tried to settle this case for $10 million. You try this case with her history, you think you're going to get 50 history,
10 mil? And she didn't even take that. Ain't no cool. And see, that's from back. And I know I get into it with a lot of niggas about, being like, a lot of people now, they just start to be lonely. That's the thing. That's the people default thing. And now when you hear shit like this, you can't really be mad. That was kind of a crazy swing back. That was a little crazy. But when you hear shit like this, when niggas paying 10 mil for the coochie, you get to start really thinking. Well, I know I ain't gonna pay 10 mil for the coochie because I ain't got 10 million. But it's like, if people this shitty, you about to force me to pay 10 million for that pussy. Ain't no pussy worth $10 million. Most of what I pay for some coochie, I guess it really depends. It really depends. It depends on what my pockets has. But that ain't, no. But no, ain't no coochie worth 10 million though. I'll be honest. I'll just keep it right there. Ain't even worth 10 bands. That's crazy. How much y'all think it costs? How much you think that Gucci costs? Or if you're a girl, how much does it cost? Is it free? I like that free shit. I'm in the clearance rack with it. I'm in the clearance rack. I'm at where the sales items is. That Gucci for sale? Stop fucking playing with me. I don't want none of that. It's a layaway. Buy, pay now. I mean, fucking, take home now, pay later. PayPal later. Affirm. Fucking all type of shit. Credit card. What are you talking about? No interest.
$1 million out of this? I don't know that you're going to. But why isn't this criminal? That's what just kills me. I don't know why it's not criminal. What this has turned into is a whole bunch of uninvited problems for Shannon. Even Shaq has gotten into the deal. Let's listen in.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so just want to put that out there.
To what end is that, honestly? This is why, if you are a high-profile individual, you're going to have to be more careful than most. I mean, Shannon, why not find some chick in her 40s that has her own job, like a lawyer or something, I mean, that has her own money, that doesn't need your money. It's because this is easy fruit. It's easy fruit to go after the young thing that has nothing, really, and wants to be around something. And, and a lot of these young chicks will do anything to do that, including this depravity bullshit. So you're going to have to defend this. And I would bet you any money that there are going to be more accusers coming out of the woodwork saying, oh, wow, maybe I can win some money. I think his lawyer called it a shakedown. And it may be. And there may not be anything to this, but there may be. There's going to be, one thing I liked about Johnny Depp, he had to lose, really, because he wasn't really putting out any movies. But he defended himself. And I think putting her through the paces of having to prove her claim exposed her, Amber Heard, for who she was. But just the allegation alone can lead you to lose lucrative contracts. I have a friend that was part of a lawsuit against a well-known football player. And he filed a brief. And they filed a defamation claim against him just because he filed a fucking brief. So just the allegation alone. My advice to you, if you're Shannon Sharpe, or first of all, you should probably masturbate more than you should go out with women in their 20s. I mean, honestly. Guess what? If you jerked off in your bathroom, instead of having a relationship with this woman, you wouldn't have any of these problems that she's posing upon you right now. All this other shit that you did with her on text messages and voicemail, and
I don't agree with that. And man, nigga worked. Some niggas work too hard to be like, I'm about to end my night beating my shit. What the problem is you're right. This version should be. I think I don't. I'm not mad at the grown niggas for wanting to have some fun. Shannon got his shit going, getting that money. You should be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But I gotta, why don't Shaq go through this stuff? Because I know he be paying for that young shit. But when I be scrolling sometimes, it is showing with girls, they never white. You don't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta really pick. You gotta be really good. And then you gotta be almost some sugar daddy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everything is mutual, man. You know what? I bet Shannon Sharpe did? He was real cheap with that. He would have probably bought her a couple bags. He probably, would have, gave her some flights, some tickets to some games, gave her some experiences. Or maybe she was just greedy. But I think Shannon Sharpe really thought this was, I don't know what he was thinking. Because what he thought this was probably, we just fucking. He thought that he was back in his... He was 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. He found him a little young thing. She just liked me. No, you see, that's that delusion shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be grown. When I'm that grown, I'm going to realize, okay. Come on. Hold up real quick. My grandpa, he was the same way. He was paying for that pussy before he got up out of here. Rest in peace, grandpa. I don't know if he'd be mad at me saying this, but he was. Ain't nothing wrong. He was old. Ain't nobody want to old dudes. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he had some girls he wasn't paying, but some girls he did, and it was understood. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is an understanding, and also because I mean, how would it be bad if he go to court and the court be like, okay, he be like, hey, judge, I paid for that pussy. And he showed her the bank statement. She was like, oh, a little 2 bands there. A little 500, 750. Okay, he bought a little bag. I don't see nothing wrong. It sounded like a consensual sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship. He was paying for that pussy. But Shannon Sharpe thought that coochie was free. And you fucked up. Don't get with no coochie that's free. You that young. Unless she got some shit going on. Because that's the thing, and that's my last. I'm gonna let that nigga continue because we got a little while to go. But that's another thing too. Don't you fucking with these girls who ain't got shit to lose too. If she was a fucking teacher, you think she out here wanting everybody to know she fucking Shannon Sharpe? No, school gonna get you out of there. Fuck you sitting here fucking with? Who is that? She work at no offense to Starbucks, but I'm just saying though is if you got somebody who don't got shit to lose, then shit. Why wouldn't she just? I mean, for real, she's an OnlyFans girl. She literally sells. I mean, she sells fucking. People can look at that coochie for a price. So it's a price on that coochie. Ain't no morals there. Stop fucking with these girls with no morals, man. That fuck the whole Starbucks. I love Starbucks. Y'all keep working hard at Starbucks. But it's not that. It's these girls with no morals.
Probably Instagram and whatever. That's all record. And there's a reason that phone call was recorded. She didn't record you because she thought she, wanted to save it for posterity. She saved that recording because she wanted to fuck you over. There's a guy that does computer forensics here. I was talking to him. He did stuff for the Secret Service, but he did Paul McCartney's divorce. Remember when he was with that one-legged wonder? That woman, she was attractive except for she was missing a limb. She took him for a ride. Imagine her trying to kick him. I'm just kidding. Just the visual I just got there. Her falling on her ass trying to kick him. My point is that, whether you're Paul McCartney or whether you're Shannon Sharpe or whether you're Drake, these guys have to be more careful than most. So guess what? How about have a normal dating relationship instead of the fucking freak-offs like Diddy? Why do you have to be that way? Is it because you have so much money and you can do whatever the fuck you want to whoever you want? You never get no for an answer. So you turn into this egomaniacal, narcissistic asshole who's into everything. Now, I'm not saying that that's Shannon Sharpe, but clearly Shannon's into some nasty shit. If he's with a woman that says, choke me, daddy, put a collar on, daddy, put a collar on me, choke me, and while you're fucking me, daddy. If he's doing all that stuff, get ready for the lawsuit because it is coming. These chicks are not stupid. I don't know if it's urban legend or not, but apparently Drake used to put hot sauce in his condom just in case they would try to, afterwards, obviously. Just in case that they would try to, shove that sperm up them to try to get pregnant to get on the old gravy train. It's just date somebody. Get them flowers. Take them to dinner. A movie. Walk hand in hand around the lake. Oh, wow. What a concept. How about just, what's wrong with sweet and sweaty? Fucking A. It just drives me absolutely crazy. No, it's got to be crazy. It's got to be choking. It's got to be handcuffs. I think in one of these text messages, she even talks about handcuffs. And I know people do this shit. I do. I know people do this stuff. But a little bit of that BDSM, you got to have more. You got to have more. You got to have more. And then it turns into this and turns into that. Somebody gets, it's like, my fiance and I, once in a while, we watch 90 Day, and they have this 90 Day Fiance. Have you seen that show? Every guy dreams of, I have a threesome. How great would that be? First of all, you last fucking 2 seconds and the two chicks fall in love together and then you're out left in the cold. That's just what would fucking happen. It's so stupid. But all the problems that they have, You know, the guy thinks, oh, this would be great. And then they have all, you think one woman's hard to fucking handle? Try two. Oh, great. You know, I need 2 headaches. Yeah, give me 3 bottles of fucking Excedrin because I can't handle this shit. Or the other one, sister wives, you know, oh, I got fucking 8 women pissed at me now, you know. Dude, get a partner. Get a partner, not somebody that just is going to fuck like hell, you know. I mean, great. That's great for a short period of time. Eventually, she's either going to turn on you or it's going to get ugly. And it's just not worth it. What's worth it is waking up next to somebody that you absolutely adore. And, you know, oh, can I get you a coffee, dear? Yeah, you can. But would you just kick me in the face before you do it? I mean, fuck. You know, that's what we're talking about here. You know, be nice to the people that you're with. And I know I'm fucking preaching here, but this shit often turns criminal. How is this not a criminal case? You know? And
that's the thing. And that's why I don't advocate for all this. Because it's a big thing nowadays. People don't want to be lonely, don't want a significant other, and this is a good reason why you end up doing shit. You end up paying for that pussy. You see, like my grandpa example, and I'm using him as a good example because it just reminds me of my grandpa a little bit. But if he would have had a wife, he wouldn't have to be paying that. He could have bought some. I don't know what old people buy, what candy. I don't know what gumdrops. I don't know. But that's my thing. He could have been buying gumdrops instead. He out here paying for that. You know, and I know. Because when you with somebody for a while, it starts to wear off. And now when you got the whole society telling everybody, don't get married because she gonna take everything. Now that's why now he trying to sit here and say, oh, why everybody just can't find it? And I agree with him though. But when you got the whole society telling you, because I know some marriages that work. So stop with that. Just because you see you got some couple dudes on YouTube telling you, man, don't get married. Everybody's story is different. Now, you know what I'm saying? Everybody look at the world different. Everybody go through different shit. You can't, just because this dude says don't do it, don't mean you should not do it. That's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a scenario. It's like this dude who went to the gym for years and can't lose his weight. That's probably because he don't work hard. But if you know you're a hard worker, you should try the gym. So if you know you're going to work hard to make sure your relationship is good and you know that you're good at picking a partner and that who has the same beliefs in what they should do in their marriage as you, then fucking go for it. You ain't got to have shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that little young shit feel good, man. I know it do. But,
guess what the guidelines are for fucking somebody twice against their will? Through the roof. In some places, it's life without parole. I mean, they're really getting bad, which I think is a mistake because it gives you an incentive to eliminate your victim. In this case, you know, Shannon has taken such a risk with this young woman just to have a relationship with her. And if they're in their 20s and you're in your 50s, guess what they're after? It's all about this. All about the Benjamins, as Ilhan Omar used to say. That's what it is. It's all about the money. You have now, Shannon Sharpe, risked your reputation, your image, your pocketbook, all for what? For some young pussy. You know, Shannon Sharpe was on the rise. I mean, he had a very successful podcast, and he had $100 million deal. Let's see. According to this is Front Office Sports. Shannon Sharpe's media deal with Colin Cowherd's The Volume Podcast Network is up. Sources tell Front Office Sports that Pro Football Hall of Famer has received multiple offers and is expected to sign a deal that would exceed $100 million. That is now in jeopardy. All for what? For some dysfunctional OnlyFans chick? Was it worth it? Is this heat now worth it? Look at your penis, Shannon. Look, I want you to go into the bathroom right now, Shannon. I'll give you a minute. Are you in there? Okay. Now look at your dick. Have a good, long fucking talk with your cock. We call it cock talk. And figure out how to not fuck up your life through your cock. Because it's just what you did. But I know this episode is kind of crude in a way. Because what we're talking about is sex and depraved sex, which I'm not into at all. You'll never find, any messages from me. Oh, daddy, choke the fuck out of me, daddy. Oh yeah, I'm going to fucking choke the fuck. I mean, no, that is not me. I need a partner. I need, somebody that I
But ain't nothing wrong with that. But this is when you with somebody you love, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been fucking for years. She can't pull out that. He been choking me. Yeah, I've been choking you since week 6. It's fucking 3 years in. Now you got a problem. Wouldn't even make sense, huh? You been choking her for 2 years. And she been talking about choking me for 2 years. Now she can't do that then. So you gotta graduate into it, but that's why, it's a beautiful thing though. It's a beautiful thing when you with somebody and you get to learn them and learn what they like, they fetish. I don't know how to say that on here. And y'all gradually just enjoy each other more. I remember that, man. I'm starting to have. I think I need to go find me a girl because I'm starting to have flashbacks from my old past relationships. I'm like, dang. Me and my girl used to just whip out new shit every time we got in the bed. Do this, do that, fucking do a backflip. Nigga, I'm in there doing cartwheels in that motherfucker. And it was a good feeling. You can't do that with a little fling. Like, she look at you freaky. You know what I'm saying? You telling her to fucking play with your nipples. She just met you fucking 3 weeks ago. She's like, whoa, this nigga, you getting a little comfortable, buddy. Hey, baby, just run a little nipple. Whoa, this nigga, I just met him last week. I just met this nigga last week talking about rub his nipples. Now you never hear from her ass again. I think I did some shit like that before. I ain't gonna tell you, it wasn't the nipples thing, it was something else, but hey, that's what I'm saying. Shit, it take time, man. And it should.
Door, and I'm so lucky that I have that in my life right now. And we're friends. We're best friends. I mean, that's what your partner. But if you just want to whore around and fuck around and do this kind of stuff, this is what you're gonna get. I mean, there's a reason that people have a ring on their finger. There's a reason that people have, if I go to my doc, and they know that I'm engaged now, and if I went to my doc with hoes, what do you think all the people on my doc would say? Well, wait, aren't you engaged? Oh, we're going to go tell your fiance. I mean, just why would you do that? And that's not saying that you necessarily have to be monogamous if you don't want to be, but there's a cost. There's a cost to everything. And, and if you're not married and you're not attached and you've got women all over the place, you can be that guy. But this is what you get when that fucking happens. Even Alan Dershowitz, was given crap for going down to Epstein's Island. I mean, you are the company you keep. And if you're dating, someone that says she likes to be choked, you're dating somebody that is into this kind of crap, guess what? That shit can go south pretty fucking fast. And if you are this big, attractive NFL star who nobody ever said no to, and you take it too far, welcome to I just fucked up my life. I mean, she's seeking $50 million. She wouldn't take 10, evidently. I have no idea how much she's worth. If they offered him a $100 million contract and it doesn't get renewed, that's a problem for her. I mean, one of the things that this Tony Busby does is he likes to try his case in the media, right? He's the one releasing all this shit, and he's doing this, and they do it back and forth. And so any chance at trying to keep this under wraps and settle this thing is out the window, right? But let's say that she gets a $50 million judgment against him. Go to trial, get a $50 million judgment, and let's say he doesn't have it. Well, what happened to Rudy Giuliani? You get a receiver appointed. They go after your fucking assets. He shows up in a car that he was supposed to disclose. Oh, whoops. This isn't my car, I mean, and they take his rings. They take his home. They take his whatever. And so he could wind up with literally nothing. All for what? Some pootie tang. Just for some pussy. And it is what it is. I've gone on enough about this because I think now I need to fucking scrub my brain after thinking about all this crap. Shannon, go have that talk with your penis. Honestly. Because you should find a best friend. Honestly. Find somebody that you just can't live without. Hold hands, have a family, be in love. That's where my life is at. That's where you should be. To avoid stuff like this, to avoid the young chicks who are just looking to score, money wise. So, and if you listen to her voice, towards the end, she sounds timid, like she's the one. She sounds like initially she's aggressive, but then he starts speaking, and you can feel the dynamic between the two of them. You really can. So my heart goes out.
A big fact. Big facts. Thinking what you dig never comes out good. Never comes out good. I mean, it goes good when it goes right. Let me not say that, because when the plan goes as executed, it's a good time. But for some reason, God lets you. But this is one thing I've noticed: when you having all these successes, God gonna be, hey man, keep thinking what you dig. I'm gonna show you some shit, and he showed that nigga something. He showed that nigga something. But I'm gonna let this play because it's almost over. I think he got a little bit more thing to say, but hold up.
To both of them, because his life is not the same today than it was yesterday before this thing happened. And if what she's saying is true, just because you're into some crazy shit doesn't mean you can't say no. And that's the truth. If your girlfriend's telling you to put a dog collar on her, get her to sign something. Honestly, I'm not kidding. The whole issue of consent, you want some agreement in writing. Honestly, if you guys are into some weird shit. But my advice to you is become best friends, hold each other's hand, go to a movie, do the normal shit, and leave this other stuff to the birds. And that's just me. Anyway, I've said enough.
That's sad. That's fucking sad, man. I don't know what y'all was doing back then, what people were doing back then and shit, but now we got to start writing shit down. Now I got to come to you with a fucking what? I got some piece of paper around this motherfucker. I got to get this paper. I'm about to put that, just put your signature. And right before, we kissing. A little tongue in there, a little free. We get a little from rubbing on you. And I'll pause. And I say, hey, hold up, before we go, just get you. I just need your signature. And then hold up, I might record you putting down the signature. And then while I'm recording you, I'm gonna say you're not intoxicated, right? I'm not forcing you to sign this. And then we presume to go with it, huh? That's all the steps you gotta go through now to get some consensual coochie, huh? Instead of y'all both having a good time, fucking doing what y'all do. I don't know, man. I think, I ain't gonna lie, I think men, I think we got it. And I don't know if it's, really wrong or whatever. But, man, fuck that. I can tell from the get-go. She went into fucking with him. She hit up Tony Busby before she started fucking with him. He probably sent her. That's probably why they going for the 50 mil. Because any girl gonna take 10 minutes. Oh, we gotta fight a little bit longer. You know why they willing to fight for a little bit more money? Because he sent her. Real nigga shit. I don't know how he know that nigga type, but he sent her. See, man, I know he did. Recording our combos. You know why? You know the fuck why, but let me know what y'all think. Is Shannon right? Is he in the wrong? She in the wrong? She in the right? Let me know. I don't know. But it's about that time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe now. Where you going? I don't really know, but I know we on the road to 1,000. I'm going.